Is this guy supposed to be the ultimate badass?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's special weekend edition. What's up, Mike?
What's going on, you guys? How we doing, Joe? How you doing, Joe?
We're doing good, man. Finally getting together here. We try to get through the week, but we had some, family stuff coming up. So, is it serious? Camo time, bro? Cowboys Corner in the house, man. Killing it with his Talking Crazy show on Saturdays. Make sure you tune into my boy here, man. He's just putting on good work here on Saturdays, man. I love it, man.
Oh man, I can't do it by myself. I appreciate that. You came on 1980, Agent 9, Cowboys champ, OG, Eshawn. There's so many people coming on. Danny Savage, one of the longtime First Report listeners, coming on there spitting draft knowledge. And everyone else that watches. I can't do it without everybody that's a part of it, and anybody's welcome. I can have up to 25 people in one show, so make sure you show up. Talking Crazy on the Corner of Crazy and Cowboys. This is every Saturday night.
That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. Just continuous Cowboys content here, and we have a lot more to come. A lot more of this content to come through the off season. But Mike, man, we're in our second full week of free agency. Let's hit it here with the topic of the day, Mike. It's the title here. Have the Cowboys? Is this going to? Are they setting us up for a down year, a rebuild year, Mike? Let's talk on that real quick. What's your thought on that, Mike?
Joe, there's a lot to dissect. There was that question right there. There's so many moving parts to it, right? Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, these guys think, hey, we got Mike McCarthy. As long as everybody stays healthy, we can go 12-5, because that's what Mike McCarthy has shown us. So they're betting their chips on Mike McCarthy's last year that not only can we have a winning season, you got to prove to me that you can go deep in the playoffs. Then you got Dak Prescott, who under Mike McCarthy's play calling benefited from it, right? Second MVP caliber vote, an all-pro season. CeeDee Lamb benefited from that. No running game to speak of. Look, when you say they're building it up for a rebuild, they're building it up for now because they know that Mike McCarthy, when everyone's healthy, can get you at least 12 wins. They're setting up with Dak Prescott with Mike McCarthy, can be all-pro type player, second in MVP voting, right? So what they're betting on is, hey, there's no need for us to go spend money because if this doesn't work out, we got a lot of money next year that we can go rebuild around a younger guy, right? So it's, either it's catch-22 because either you have a good year and they extend everybody and everyone comes back, or you have a bad year, they have all this cap money and they go rebuild around a younger quarterback. So it's one of those things where Mike McCarthy and Dak, it's put up or shut up, Joe.
Yeah, they're definitely not gonna come out here and say that they're rebuilding. But I think from what we've seen so far, Mike, this has been the most quiet free agency, so far. Even in re-signing their own guys, Mike. I mean, we got a long snapper, we got Jay Lou. All right. We got Jay Lou. Right? We let Tyron walk. So nothing surprising, Mike. I think these guys, I think a lot of fans have this like, oh shit, they're getting caught with their pants down. But the thing is, these guys already foreshadow this stuff. They have this already, um, like a roadmap. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this year this is gonna come up. I mean, that's why they were so easy. I mean, this is why. I mean, we talked about this last time. This is why they were so. It was easy for them to say, okay, Tyron, go ahead and go find you a contract. We're moving on. And to me, Mike, like we said, it looks more in-house, right? It looks like they're going to go in-house, maybe throw a draft pick at it somewhere in the first 3 rounds or somewhere, Mike. So quiet offseason, probably one of the quietest ones here in a long time, Mike. So it doesn't give fans a lot of hope. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those where you're like, okay, are we in for a down year? Are you guys going to be okay for a down year and then rebuild 2025? Ewers, Texas quarterback, number 1 pick overall, possibly. Who knows what the hell's going to happen there? But he's going to be in the run there, Mike. He'll probably look like a first rounder next season. Ewers.
So when Cowboys lost embarrassingly to the Green Bay Packers, there was no hope for Cowboy fans at all. Yeah. And Jerry knew that. And so Jerry, when people were most vulnerable, when people were the most down, wearing a star proudly, Jerry had to talk to the media and say, we're going all in. We're not building for the future. You and me, we laughed at that. But a lot of high caliber content creators are either on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, it doesn't matter. They ate it because they were most vulnerable. We knew that meant nothing. This is the same Jerry Jones that said Dez Bryant's going to be a Dallas Cowboy, and they cut him 3 weeks later. All right. This is the same Jerry that feeds you false hopes and swift kicks you right in the ass whenever you least expect it. And the all-in, Joe, was at a point in time where Cowboy fans were the lowest, and they bought into it. So all this hope came from a all-in quote from Jerry Jones that a lot of people ate up. But if you listen to us, we knew that meant nothing, Joe. And so, but people ate it up. So when that all-in didn't come, they're all in their feelings.
Yeah, it was. We knew it was going to be all lies from the get-go. It was more like, okay, let's see what these guys do. And then you got Jerry coming out saying, well, my definition is not the. I was like, okay, dude, like, yeah, it's official. They're all out, bro. And you have holes everywhere. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with the way they built this team, Mike. You essentially have to have all of your draft class be good, not just rotational, not just a guy that can contribute here and there. Essentially, the way this team builds it, the whole draft class better be good ass players, right? And you and I have discussed this for a long time, and a few fans are starting to come around to it. These draft classes have not been good. You know what I mean? Oh, but what about Lamb and Park? Those are your first round picks, okay? Yeah, they do really good there, but we're talking about the whole draft class, the way they built this team. And then you do that, Mike, and you get these 1-year deal free agents. This is the result you get in January. It's just not good enough. The roster's just not good enough.
It's not ever good enough, Joe. And, on Talking Crazy last night, I talked about the greats of Michael Irvin. I talked about the greats of Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith. That, yes, when you think of culture, and this boils all down to this, when you think of mindsets, to be a champion, you have to think like a champion, Joe. Jerry and Steven were hosting a press conference for a radio show during the height of free agency. That isn't championship mindset. Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, the leadership of this football team, I don't think not one of them have championship mindset. Micah used to, but the culture tainted him. Now he's all about podcast. Dak Prescott used to, but now he's just company man. He don't go against the grain. Trayvon Diggs used to, but now he's scared to tackle George Kittle 2 years ago in a big critical moment of a nice catch by Kittle, right?
Yeah.
No championship mindset, no championship culture from the top to the bottom, Joe.
Yeah. 100% right, man. That's what it is. The hungry lion. Okay, now it's just it's just Hollywood. It's too much of that shit around here. Jerry welcomes, all of it. Bring Amazon Prime in here, bring in HBO, bring in Netflix, all the bullshitters. Fuck it. As long as I'm getting the viewers, the eyes, the revenue. Who needs a Super Bowl? This guy is swimming in billions of dollars, right? Who needs a Super Bowl? What's stupid is they would have even more money than they could think of if they would win Super Bowls, bro. Like the way they handle this team is just the most bizarre shit ever, bro.
It's Broadway, dude. It's Broadway. You think about it. Every Friday, Dallas Cowboys make a move, somehow, form, or fashion. Before the Super Bowl week, Cowboys. Oh, are they going to hire Jason Garrett again? Oh, no, they fired Jason Garrett. They're leaning towards Mike McCarthy, right? Every week against Super Bowl and every Friday during this offseason, you can guarantee Jerry's going to have people rumbling all weekend about the Dallas Cowboys. And that's part of the culture that's tainted here. It's sad. Everyone talks about there's winning there's winning mindset. There's this and that when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. We have a losing culture, Joe. We haven't won in an entire generation. Period. There's no winning. Those Super Bowls, they're old, Joe. They're 30 years old.
Yeah.
We have to set a new foundation, and we have to get mindsets in here from the top to the bottom that's thinking about winning Lombardi trophies.
Right on, man. I mean, these Super Bowls were back when VHS was still the leading media format. Not even DVDs were in place. Not Blu-ray, not DVD. It was VHS tape, bro. And right. I remember rewatching those Super Bowls. We got a super chat in the house.
From Mike, long time follower of the First Report, long time follower of Cowboys Corner. The only playoff win during Dak McCarthy era was against the 8-9 Bucks team. It's never enough. Any team could have beaten that Bucks team that year, and Mike is right on the money, Joe. Right on the money. But people hang their hats. Oh, did you see Dak Prescott's, this and that? Dude, it was against a beat-up Bucks team. Period. And then you look at Seattle Seahawks, you can give Dak Prescott props in his first playoff win. But outside of that, no. No, that Bucks team are garbage. They couldn't even beat the youngest team in the league. They couldn't even beat San Francisco on stupid plays at the end of the game, running up a field with 8 seconds left, having Zeke Elliott as a center in the last play. The last plays isn't winning football, Joe. The last play is where you put it on a highlight reel of stupidity.
It is, bro. I mean, it seems like every time they get eliminated, it's something just stupid, dude. I remember the one with the one before last year, right? The whole, they didn't get the ball set. The umpire got in the way.
The first game. 2021.
And then there was the game with the Rams that freaking destroyed us. Not even with their number one back. It was their backup running back whooping us up.
2019.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a litany of disappointments and ass whoopings, bro. These guys, they take it on the chin, and it's the same post press conference. Oh, I gotta do better. I gotta raise the level of whatever the fuck. And man. Yeah, y'all aren't the guys to do it, man. Thank you for the super chat, Mike.
Absolutely, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah, good conversation there. Man, dude. So The free agency purge, like I said, that's happening here. Letting go a lot of guys. A lot of them are going to Dan Quinn, the Commanders, and I'm not even surprised. Guys that don't want to go full speed, they want the players coach. Well, they're going to go there because it's easy money. Oh, half effort. I'm making money. Let me go follow this guy over here. They suck, bro. Commanders are going to be garbage as fuck, bro. But then we have a lot of holes. And how much can you fill in the draft? And the bigger the draft class, Mike, the worse it's been for us. So it's almost like you don't want more picks. Just stay with what you have right now, and try to redeem yourself from the last 2 or 3 draft classes.
There's going to be some more signings, right? You're going to the Cowboys. They got their linebacker. Cowboys are probably not going to get a veteran running back, but they're going to get some veteran O-line here. Chuma Adoga, you're going to come back, all right? They might go sign another linebacker in free agency, but other than that, dude, they're going to count on draft picks, and they're going to count on the undrafted guys to come in here. They're going to say, "Can we find us another Barry Church? Can we find us another Jeff Heath? Can we find us another Tony Romo?" They're going to go in here and look at all this and say, "Hey, we do good getting guys like David Irving after the roster cuts and stealing guys off people's practice squads," because they've hung their hats on Zach Martin. They've hung their hats on David Irving. They hung their hats on so many things, Joe, that they really think in their brain they're the best at this strategy, because if they didn't think this way, they would have changed it already. It's been 13 years, Joe, since Brandon Carr was signed, and that was the last free agent that they signed to a long-term deal. Other than that, it's been bridge players. It's been this. Why? Because in their brain, they think that they know it all, and they're the smartest people in the room.
Yeah. Well, they talk about a formula, right? They talk about this is the formula of the Cowboys, where they hit on their first round picks. They get superstars in the first round, so it keeps the team relatively relevant in the division, competitive, those sorts of things. But it's all about what have you done for me lately? And lately they're not getting it done. You can give us wild card appearances all you want, but at the end of the day, it's the victories versus the losses. That's how you rate a quarterback and coach. It's always been like that. You can say what you want about it, but those two are linked together. All right. If your coach and quarterback aren't winning in the playoffs, you cannot keep going in that direction. But Jerry is so manipulative that the fan base has gotten soft too. Like, oh, well, what do you want to do? Huh? I'm a little pussy. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Can't stand that, dude.
I want me some glory hole.
It's all about that, Joe. You hit it right on the head right there, because Jerry's scared of getting uncomfortable, right? And if Jerry's scared to get uncomfortable, a lot of these rainbow and unicorn fans see that, and they're scared to get uncomfortable. And so when are we going to get uncomfortable? I get it. Finding a franchise quarterback isn't easy, but you mean to tell me the 49ers can get to an NFC championship game, and then the following year they can get to a Super Bowl appearance, and they're building around a Mr. Irrelevant quarterback? So if Nick Foles can win a Super Bowl, if Joe Flacco can win a Super Bowl, you don't have to have the best quarterback there. You can build around a game manager type quarterback, not one where the lights are just that much brighter, Joe. If Jalen Hurts can get you to a Super Bowl, Dak Prescott could, but the lights are just too bright. So build around younger, not older, and go make a push. That's what I think the Dallas Cowboys strategy is if they don't extend Dak Prescott.
Yeah, this will give us a little answers. Maybe they finally have woken up from this nightmare. But I'm not counting on it. Hopefully they have, but you hit on the head, Mike. That's exactly what they got to do. Are they willing to do it? Are they pull the Band-Aid off? They did with Tyron, right? They finally pulled that Band-Aid off. I mean, the Jets got him. The Jets got Tyron on a cheap deal, $6 million, incentive heavy. So you got to pay him to show up now, and that's not loving the game. That's like you're too beat up. You want to take some days off. We don't need that, man. But he's the best player when on the field in this kind of pussy mentality. All right.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Man.
I think there's some double standard in here, right? Because a lot of these rainbow and unicorn fans just sign somebody, try it. If it don't work, oh well. In the same token, they'll say you got to keep Dak. You can't just try a new quarterback there. It won't work. There's so many double standards where they put their foot in their mouth. They're not listening to what they say, right? Let this process play out. Your quarterback, Jerry said it 2 years ago in training camp in the press conference. The top 10% of your salary cap has to contribute and be available, Joe. So Jerry is already putting this on guys who are in the top 10 salary cap. Zach Martin, Dak Prescott, Trayvon Diggs. The top 10% has to contribute. And if they can't, there's a good old brick road, and you need to hit it.
Yeah, man. It's there's a lot to think about here. Bill Walsh, the 49ers Super Bowl coach, and Jimmy Johnson would always say, to be successful in the playoffs and win a Super Bowl, you need two things: a solid defensive line and a quarterback.
Yeah.
Do the Cowboys have a solid defensive line? Not right now. When was the last time we had a solid defensive line?
Jay Ratliff, Anthony Spencer, D. Ware, Jason Hatcher. Those guys.
Yeah, and that window shut real quick.
D. Ware. Did I say D. Ware already?
Yeah. You had Romo, but a similar type of quarterback to Dak, couldn't win in the playoffs, got hurt, this kind of shit. Undrafted guy,
Yep.
So it's a repetitive thing. Mike, let's
you have a super chat. I don't know if you've seen that or not by Jason.
Okay, here we go. Jason Renfro. Here we go. You want a Super Bowl team, you need a balance of playmaker vets and rookies to be taught by vets. The traits to become playmaker to reigns later. You got to have a good balance, and unfortunately, they don't. You got 1-year players. You got reclamation projects, Mike. Former first-round bust. Oh, Mekhi Becton. Let's bring his bust ass in here. Isaiah Wynn. These little busty fucks. All right. So that's where you could probably see the Cowboys go. Oh, no. Yeah, baby. I want this. Go ahead.
I can't hear the music on my end, so I just see you dancing randomly, dude. It's hilarious.
I gotta look into why that is so long. I want this. Go ahead.
No, I think, you do need a balance. Is this still playing? Is the music still playing?
Oh, we're good. Here we go.
All right. So you do need a good balance, Jason, of rookies and vets. But it all starts with mindsets. Like, what kind of players, like, we used to give Jason Garrett a hard time of the right kind of guys. But now, looking at that after, half a decade that he's been gone, it's like, we don't have winning culture. We don't have the right kind of guys with the right mindset of a championship mindset. We can win you games. We can bully on the bad teams, But when we get punched in the mouth, we go take a seat. And Jason Garrett could never find the right kind of guys. Mike McCarthy's having a hard time finding the right kind of guys. So, if the Cowboys are starting to rebuild next year, buckle me in. I'm ready for it. We need to get some dogs, Joe, in here.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, man. And thank you, Jason, for that super chat. I do appreciate that. It's a good question. You got to have the balance, but fortunately, these guys, they don't have the balls, and they don't have the right kinds of players that they bring in here. And you make a good point, Mike. Under Garrett, and it continues under McCarthy, that second round continues to haunt these guys. Outside of Diggs, right? Outside of D-Law. All these other guys just major rolling the dice, like stupid stuff. Randy Gregory, Kevin Joseph, Sam Williams looks like another knucklehead. Injury guys, like for me, Mike, just use that second rounder and move your first round pick up and get the impact guy that you want. Because they keep drafting stupid in the second round. Why, bro? Why even draft your second round pick if you're going to keep drafting these types of guys?
Right on the head, Joe. And I think you look at it, Sean Lee gave you production, but injuries plagued him. Bruce Carter gave you production, but injuries plagued him. Randy Gregory, you knew he had a marijuana problem. I mean, the list goes on with Jalen Smith. I mean, the list goes on with that second round pick, and that hurts you, Joe. That hurts you so bad. This past draft, where none of these players contributed. Mozzie Smith was on the bench. Schoonmaker didn't get you anything. Overshown ACL, Awesome Richards, Junior Fajoko. No one gave you nothing. No, zero.
Yeah, nothing.
And so, how do you even evaluate that draft because it was so bad? Like, do you fire the scout? Do you fire yourself, Jerry? How did this happen? How did this get so bad where nobody contributed to that playoff game or barely anything during the season?
Yeah, and it is scouts. It's McClay because these guys, they report to him, right? McClay and LaPointe. Your director guys.
What happened? Is the music playing or something? Oh, we got a super chat. Oh, what membership message? Oh, I didn't see that. I don't see the membership message. Do you see a membership message? Is it still playing?
Yeah.
You said go to the beginning? Oh, man.
Yeah, here we go. Thanks for the super chat, Renfro. Do appreciate that, man. Mike, what is the plan at running back, bro?
I don't know. I have no idea, but I don't think Jason membership message came through. I don't. I went back to the beginning and I looked. I didn't see it, but they're going to get them a little 3-year $1 million running back, and it's going to be a guy. Remember that guy? Was it a fullback? What was that dude's name? He had a goofy name. He came from Chicago Bears. He got hurt. We didn't even see it. Was it Noel? Something Noel? Ryan Noel? Is that who it was?
Oh, that fullback? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be something stupid like that, Joe. And Trey Benson, I think you're a Dallas Cowboy.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Trey Benson.
Yeah, I mean, it's pointing the running back. It's pointing the running back early. And because what's left? AJ Dillon re-signed with the Packers. You got Zeke. I really don't see them going back to
Dude,
Zeke.
if they bring Zeke back, they're not serious.
Yeah. Well, it might fit what they're doing this season, so it might. Because so far they don't look like they're in it for anything. So, but yeah. So the other one, who's the other running back they're talking about? Who's another guy?
They better not trade for an old beat up running back either, bro. I'll be so, dude. I'll break something.
Who's that other running back they're talking about bringing in here? I can't remember the third name. Who was that other guy, guys? Yeah, you still got Hunter Lipke. Yeah, you still got Deuce Vaughn, who ain't gonna do anything.
Didn't Malik Davis sign back to a future contract? I think you still got Malik Davis here.
Yeah, but he is what he is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins. That was the other guy. I wouldn't mind him, right? He's an injury guy, but at least you got something there, right? And then you can still draft, So I think you need at least one somewhat decent free agent guy in here. Snoop Connor, he's a camp body, right? Deuce Vaughn, practice squad guy. There's no way he's making your starting lineup. So right now, Mike, I mean, there's no running back right now. Is it shotgun time or what? Is he gonna be Dak and shotgun?
You just shoot yourself in the foot with that shotgun.
Yeah. So that's running back, man. That's where we're at right now in free agency. Offensive line, Mike. I think they kind of showed their cards here. What's the feeling here on O line? What can you expect in the next 2 weeks draft? What's your gut feeling telling you?
Yeah, we're going to get the veteran lineman. I think they have to. It's probably going to be someone they're familiar with, like Chuma Adoga. I think the best player available for our offensive line, whether that's Jordan Morgan, not Awesome Richards, Mims. Is it Mims? Amarius Mims? Yes. Whether it's Mims or Powers Johnson, whoever is rated best on their board, if those three guys are there at 24, then I think that's you're going to take care of your center or your left tackle, because Tyler Smith isn't going to left tackle. I'll be shocked to see if Tyler Smith go to left tackle. So Jordan Morgan, Amarius Mims, or Powers Johnson, whoever they have rated, is going to be drafted here, and I think that's your first round pick. Your second round pick, you're going to probably be looking at another linebacker there, or wide receiver or running back. Okay, you can go any direction there. And then your third round pick, you're going to clean that up with the running back if you haven't drafted one already, or a linebacker. So I think that's how it's going to fall. But the rest of the players they're going to get here in free agency, bridge of bridges, all right? The London Bridge will be falling down on these players.
Yeah, bro. I think you hit it right on the head there with offensive line. It's really could go any direction. Could go center. Could go tackle. It's very deep class. Now, will these guys fumble that and wait to the fourth round to get an offensive lineman? They could. These guys have been known to do stupid shit in the draft. All right. So, what we're thinking all the time, Cowboys usually do the opposite. So this whole season, we're looking at tackles. We're looking at these guys. Cowboys are going to come out of this draft with a safety. All right. Some shit like And we're gonna be like, what the fuck? What about your tackle, motherfuckers?
Glory hole.
Yeah, man. So it's interesting. And linebacker, Mike, are you buying the hype on Eric Kendricks?
It filled a need. It filled a void. He came here because he wanted to play Mike. Obviously, Fred Warner's with the 49ers. And, Fred Warner is probably one of the best Mike linebackers in the game. And Kendricks knew that. If he goes there, he's either going to be a backup to Warner or he's going to be on the strong side playing Sam. So he really feels like he could play Mike. He believes in himself. He thinks he can do it. But I think it filled a void there. He's, a lot of injuries in his future has not been there. He's been fairly healthy in his career. So, hopefully he could bring something at 32 years old to this defense with Mike Zimmer. He knows the scheme. He knows the strategies. He's probably going to have the green dot. He's going to be doing the play calling. So, the Kendrick signing was definitely a need. It filled a void. I give it a 7 out of 10 just because they took care of that glaring need that was staring him right in the face.
Is he a camp body Anthony Barr, or is he going to be better than Anthony Barr, Mike?
He'll be better than Anthony Barr.
That's what I got to know right now. Is this guy camp body Anthony Barr, or is he better?
He's better than Anthony Barr.
Okay, good. That's all we got to know, bro. That's all we got to know. No more Everett. What was that fucker's name? Griffin. Oh, Griffin is going to be a monster. Camp body piece of shit. Anthony Barr. I mean, you got to be careful with some of these guys. They're one-year deals for a reason. Kendricks, I think, still has gas in the tank, man. So I think he will fill a position there, like you said, Mike.
Yeah.
But you can't stop there. You got to draft another linebacker, Mike. You definitely got to do that. I agree.
Yeah, they just have to, Joe. They don't have enough draft picks to fill the voids. So, like I said, Barry Church, is there a Barry Church in this draft? Is there a Jeff Heath, a Tony Romo? Is there a Cole Beasley, a Miles Austin?
There is a Cole Beasley in free agency right now. Renfro, bro. Will they sign him? Probably not. Oh, we got Cooks. Yeah.
No, Cooks can go too. And people are like, "Oh, we need Jonathan Hankins back for what? What do we need Jonathan Hankins back? Aaron Jones put him on skates in that playoff game. Like he can't stop the run.
Yeah, he's washed, bro. He's totally washed.
I like Hankins, but it's time to get younger there, dude. I can't do it no more.
No, you're right. He's done, bro. He's done. Couldn't do anything for us. Too injury prone, too old. I mean, it is what it is. Hang him up. No, man. Come on. Yeah, bro. Man, you know what I want to see these guys do, bro? I want to see these guys be aggressive, trade in the top 10, and get somebody badass, bro.
Like who? Who's worthy of a trade up? Because you're giving up probably a second.
Yeah, you're giving up a second, a future first. I would trade up and get your quarterback. If this is the rebuild and you're gonna let Dak walk, get somebody in here already, bro. Somebody in here. Yeah.
QB.
Oh, you're fucking nuts. You don't know this and that. A hole.
Give me a name, Joe. Give me a name. The Dallas Cowboys trade up. In the 10th pick in the 2024 draft, the Dallas Cowboys select
Bo Nix. No, I'm playing. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Twats of the world, I'm just kidding. Okay. But depends who's there, right? Minnesota has 2 firsts, bro. Which is the wild card in this whole thing, Mike, are the Vikings. You and I talked about this offline.
Yep. Trade
candidates for Dak. If Todd France gets off his ass and tries to get his guy the biggest deal ever, he'll request a trade and waive the trade clause. You're down to one team, Mike, and that's the Vikings. Right? 2 firsts. What are the Vikings going to do? Are they going to hope somebody goes up there? Yeah, I mean, to me, they either want to trade for a vet quarterback with those 2 picks on draft day, or they're going to do some kind of move to go up and give another additional future third, and get a quarterback. So that's what the Vikings are going to do, Mike.
You know,
I think it's either they want to try to get Herbert from the Chargers or Dak. It's one of the two. They want a vet quarterback, or move high enough, throw in a third first, and draft a quarterback. That's a lot of picks for a quarterback, Mike. So that's the wild card. The Vikings.
I think you have to get something from Dak Prescott, right? And you know, I think you can get a couple of firsts for Dak. Some team will be dumb enough to overpay and do something like that. Because Jerry's never believed in Dak Prescott, never. There's been a lot of reports that justify that from a lot of legit sources. But Todd France has to initiate that conversation. You know, people read what Stephen Jones said wrong there at that rodeo press conference. He said, we've had conversations about Dak Prescott. Yeah. We've had personal conversations with Dak Prescott. But he never said when. He never said we're extending him. He never said that's our quarterback. He never said any of that. But people are taking it like, hey, we're going to go sign him. They're not going to do it. I think they're going to piss off that camp where they don't do it. Because even Dak stood there with Troy Aikman at that convention and was like, it helps the team. I don't know why we wouldn't get it done. So even Dak's confused. So hopefully they get confused enough where Todd France says, hey, we want to weigh that trade clause.
That's where they're at. They're right now. Who's going to blink? Is Todd France going to say, hey, man, you know, I got to get my guy his money. We're going to waive the trade clause. We're going to explore trade. Cowboys, if that doesn't go, and I think that's exactly what they're trying to do, Mike. I think the pressure, they're trying to create it. They're trying to, and then this thing with Dak magically appeared out of nowhere about the allegations. You know, that's another another storyline there. So it's like, you know, what do you do? What can you do? If you're going to write it out, bro, you have to get something for him. Because otherwise, Mike, this is Kirk Cousins. This guy's going to walk, you get nothing for him. You know what I mean? This is going to be a guy that walks, you get nothing. This is going to be a Amari Cooper. You're going to get nothing for him. You're going to get devalued. You know what I mean? So,
and this benefits for all you little pussies out there, as Joe would say, that says, oh, he ain't going to request a trade. He's going to sit it out. He can play. What happens if he gets hurt and in that contract and his pockets get hit, right? I'm not wishing injury, but you got to look at this from a player standpoint. What's my best course of action to get paid now? Because there's no guarantee that I can stay healthy, because Dak, he had a baseball shoulder injury, broken thumb. He hurt it. He tweaked his calf. You know, his ankle was touching his asshole there against the Giants. Like, what? Like that's where Cowboys are in that spot too, of saying, hey, you know, we're going to play hardball with you, and you're going to risk getting paid next year. And so Todd France can get that going.
That's what it is. And as a fan, you got to pull yourself away from the situation and think about, if this were me, right, what would I want to do? For me, I'd be like, hey, man, you guys are not going to pay. Yeah, I'm going to get paid a shitload this year, right? But I'm not going to get that super big contract. Like you said, the risk is there, especially if this line is degraded like it might be. You know, like, what if they don't draft a premier left tackle or a center or a guard? I mean, and he's not as mobile as he used to be, right? So he could suffer a significant injury if he don't play the cards right.
The dude has cinder block feet, Joe. He can't run.
Look at this. Is Dak in his prime, bro? Come on.
That window closed, dude. That window closed. I think having Mike McCarthy as a play caller here, I think Dak Prescott said it himself. His footwork was better because Mike McCarthy taught him better. If you go back, watch, I can't remember who we were playing, but Collinsworth said Dak Prescott felt like he discovered the new game of football because he understood his footwork and how to deliver a football. But if he doesn't have Mike McCarthy, I think Dak Prescott digresses in his career.
Yeah. Regular season, right? That's the difference between good and great. Good and great. There's a difference. That's the difference, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I believe that the MVP should be awarded at the end of the year, at the end of the Super Bowl, because your guy made it, brought his team from the depths of hell, got him to the Super Bowl and won. I don't think it should be your regular season passing TD GOAT. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It should be your last man standing, the guy that took his team to the chip and won it all, man. I hate that MVP shit, bro.
It's all individual success, and until the Rainbow and Unicorn fans understand that, individual success can only get you so far. Let me know when the only individual success I care about is Super Bowl MVP. That's it. Super Bowl MVP. And how you get that as a Dallas Cowboy player, you have to play in the Super Bowl. So that's what I care about.
You got to. You got to make that Super Bowl appearance, and you got to win it. You got to get in there and win it.
All these individual, second MVP. Wipe my ass with that. That don't matter. That don't mean nothing. I was second runner-up before I got promoted. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get promoted. I was second. But the next promotion, I finally got it. Why? Because I was second. Being second don't mean nothing. Either you're first or you're last. Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, that's what it. Second place is losing, bro. It is. It's losing. So, great discussion here, Mike. We love it. Thank you for coming on here for our weekend special. Should be back here Tuesday night, man. So we'll keep talking Cowboys here, see what these guys do in the offseason. Right now, it's very quiet. And like the title says, is this going to be a down year, a rebuild year? It's kind of looking that way, Mike. But we'll see, man. We'll see if they have some kind of surprise up their sleeve, up their wizard sleeve, and we'll see, man. We'll see what they do. All right.
100%, Joe. 100%. Cowboys Corner right here on YouTube, _Cowboys Corner on X. And you can find me every Saturday night at 9 p.m. on the corner of Crazy and Cowboys on Talking Crazy on Cowboys Corner. Come talk crazy with me. Link's always in the chat. Pop in, say what's up. And we just did a 10-year anniversary stream last year for Cowboys Corner. So that was such a blessing. Such great agent, 1980 Cowboys champ, Eshawn, Danny Savage. Who else comes in here? Cowboys kid, OG. Thank you guys all. Cowboys blog made an appearance. So thank you guys. Thank you.
That's my co-host, Cowboys Corner, bro. Can't do without him.
He's in the building!
All right, guys. That's all we have tonight. Thank you again. We'll see you for the next one, guys. Peace out.
Peace.